Hey, how's it going, guys? So today I want to be showing you a Dodge Charger RT. So somehow I always manage to pick the windiest days to show you cars, but today it is a Dodge Charger RT, not a RT Road and Track, just a regular RT. Just by getting the regular RT, you save about $6,000 just getting that. So the only difference between the RT and the RT Road and Track really is going to be like your wheels package, and then on top of that, it is also a little different interior to it. So, you know, the Road and Track is going to have, a lot of the Road and Tracks have more of a style where this for example has the leather seats and everything. It's got the black interior, so it's your classic nice interior. It's still really nice, bucket seats, leather and everything. But the RT Road and Track, actually on these door panels as well, it's gonna have a more of like a, like for example, if you have a red one, it'll have like a red finish right around here, and it'll be black up in here. And these seats will actually, the middle part will be colored, and it'll have logos and everything as well. Right here will be the RT logo, but other than that, that's really your major differences right there. Other than that, it's pretty much the same car. So this one right here, it's going to have the same engine and everything as a RT Road and Track, but this one's wheels right here. So these are the 20-inch wheels right here, and they're painted. You can get them a lot of the time. They'll be a little bit brighter than this. It's just you know, aluminum look to it, and it's this one just has a darker tint to it and everything. So there's lots of options for these wheels. They come with all kinds of colors, and it's just a ridiculous amount of options. But that's how it is with a lot of these Dodge products. So you know, this car right here will save you, like I said, about $6,000 or $7,000 rather than getting the Road and Track. So this is the 2016. So you know, 2015 they redesigned the body. Mine, which is actually right here, was the body style before. So now they have a more you know, a newer look to them and everything. It's more up to date. Has a lot more German engineering look to it, but it still has that classic muscle feel to it as well. So it's got the RT, it's got the black front bumper and everything. It's got the fog lights underneath. It's got a real sporty look. This is my favorite paint color right here. It's the B5 Pearl Blue. Same as the Challenger that I did the video on, but this one, biggest bonus, is just going to be having right here your Hemi engine. So this has the 5.7 to it, and these 5.7 liters will actually, you know, cut back to 4 cylinders when you're on the highway. So a lot of these people that, you know, they say, look, you know, I don't want a V8 because my gas mileage is going to suck. It's not really the case. When you get one of these cars, if you go ahead and you go on the highway and you cruise with them, they cut back to 4 cylinders. As long as you're not, you know, flooring the gas or anything, it's going to stay on 4 cylinders. It's going to save you a lot of gas mileage. So it can get closer to 25 miles per gallon, but you're still going to have that 372 horsepower. So, you know, it's a big bonus. You know, these cars have come a long way. So here, let me show you the interior real quick. It's a lot similar to that Challenger that I showed you. So this one right here is gonna have power seats. It's gonna have memory seats right here. Like I said, power seats, so that's all gonna be on the side. The screen layout's gonna be the same. When you go to the Road and Track, it's gonna have a little different screen layout. So let me show you this real quick. I'll turn the car on. So the screen layout on the Road and Track, it's gonna be just like this, except it's gonna have a few more options where you're gonna be able to see a braking distance and a 0 to 60 time. Now in here, if you go to this has the backup camera and everything to it. So the shift knob, it's a little different. It's more close. So you can manually shift here, or you can do it on the steering wheel with the paddle shifters. So this does have the backup camera to it. So you just throw it into reverse and the backup camera comes right on. You know, put it in park, it turns off. So the biggest thing with this car is the sport mode. So a lot of people, you know, I say when you test drive them, don't forget to do this. So this button right here, when you hit it, it actually turns this little flag on right here. So that little flag, what it does, they say it actually goes ahead and makes the steering more responsive. These cars, they actually have adaptive suspension to them. So the suspension, it can change, you know, if you want to have a sportier feel to it, put it in sport mode and it's going to stiffen the suspension up and everything and make it feel more like a race car now. If you wanted to drive like a Cadillac, like I say, there's actually an option in this head unit right here. So you can actually go into the controls. Actually, it's not in the controls. It is in somewhere in here. So there's a setting in here where you go ahead and you can change it. You can change all kinds of options and everything with this car. You can turn it onto like sport mode. So there's a comfort mode. So for the steering and everything, you can go ahead and hit the steering. Here, let me show you real quick. So it's in the controls, like I said. You just go to that settings button, and there's all kinds of stuff in here. So the biggest thing you want to do, there's a ton of options in here, like I said, but for the steering and everything, what you need to do is go into the power steering options. So I think that's under the driving assistance, and then you scroll down right here. So here's right now we have it on sport. So if you want to put it to normal, you know, it's going to drive more in the middle, but you put it to comfort, it's going to soften the suspension up, and it's going to drive super nice, super smooth, more like a Cadillac. So, you know, I say these cars are, you know, it's everything. It's a sports car, it's a luxury car, it's everything you want. These, you know, these cars aren't just your typical daily drivers. There's a lot to them now. There's a ton of technology. And, you know, like I was saying, when you put it to sport mode and this flag comes on, it tightens the suspension up and makes it drive more like a sports car. Now, that's what it says when you look in the owner's manual. It says, hey, the biggest thing, you know, it's going to stiffen the suspension up and it's going to be free-spirited driving. Now, when you listen to the car, when you're actually like driving it and stuff, it actually sounds totally different. Now, I've looked up on forums and everything, and I haven't been able to find out anything whether or not it does boost horsepower and performance, but you can hear an actual difference in the engine when you put that sport mode on. It sounds totally different. So I'm not sure if it advances the timing or what's going on under there, but something has got to be going on because you can hear a major difference in this engine when you put it on the sport mode. So huge difference. Drives like a 20 car. And here, let me show you the back real quick. It's got an updated version of the other rear end on the other Chargers, so it's just a little more aerodynamic and everything to it. It's got the taillights of the older Charger as well, sort of like this one. They go all the way across, unlike the first gen of the new Chargers. But it's just a quick walk around of it. And like I said, it's got about 372 horsepower, so this one is still available here at Leckner Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. And we are located at 16045 James Madison Parkway, King George, Virginia. Zip code is 22485, but we have a massive inventory. We have like 600 cars, so if you need anything, I'm sure we've got it. So I'll be seeing you guys next time. Thanks. Goodbye.